Hello, everyone. Wish you a very, very happy new year, and I hope this year brings you all health, happiness, growth, love, wisdom all through the year. I just wanted to share a few insights into what 2024 holds. And of course, I want to mention before I start that nothing is fixed. And when it's just that when we know what to expect, we can change the way we act. We can be more aware of our limiting beliefs and negative tendencies, and so we can change the way the year pans out eventually and change the outcome, change the default outcome. So the core focus of this year is fun, creativity, sports, writing, hard work, beauty, luxury, and um, taking back what we said. So be careful what you say, okay? Now, this is a year that sends energy rushing in towards creativity. You're better off taking on long term projects or classes. Online learning is supported very well also. Short term or impulsive projects or classes might need a little bit more willpower than you initially anticipate. So just take your time before you sign up. Financially, it's looking like a good idea to remain a bit conservative with your decisions, but generally, it's looking like a very good year. Financial progress is indicated. Long term investments will be much more beneficial than short term ones. It's a great year for persistence and perseverance at work. Now, this is a very good thing because your implementation of work might see a few fluctuations. So it'll look good sometimes and bad sometimes. So it's really good that you also have, persistence and perseverance on your side. Um, Hard work this year is particularly supported, so uh, hard work will be rewarded. It's a fantastic year for manifesting your dreams related to your profession. The more we are focused on service and adding value to the world, the more it adds to our personalities and our lives. It's very, very well supported this year. All right. Also, those of you changing jobs will likely get a good hike and or good benefits. In the end, it works out really well for you. So things that have been pending around your home will finally get done this year. Also, if you're planning to move or rent a house, take your time. Impulsive decisions may not work out too well. However, overall, there's nothing to fear because things related to the home are very, very well supported. It's just impulsive decisions can cost you money. Just take your time and think things through, and it'll be all good. This year may also bring foreign trips for some of you, relocations, or moving homes for some of you. Okay. It's good to exercise some emotional maturity when it comes to family members. So while overall it's looking good, and you might get to spend some good time with family, it is important to pause and check for miscommunication. You may be feeling very optimistic with family members, and this can lead to too much excitement, too much talking, and then the consequent misunderstandings. So it's a good idea to go a little bit slow, be patient, be calm, take the other person into consideration before you speak. It's also a very, very good year for children's education. So that's one aspect that you can relax with. If you're single, finding a partner through online sources is well supported this year. And even if you're not looking at online, if you meet someone in person also, the choices you make will be well thought out, which is absolutely fantastic. Uh, if you're in a relationship, also communication with a romantic partner is very smooth and sensible this year, which is great. Good for you. It looks like a good year for marriage, also overall. Good communication, good mental stimulation, possibly a new approach to love altogether. Um, but that said, things are going to be good, but there's a very good possibility for you to have unrealistic expectations. So just when you're feeling dissatisfied or frustrated, when things don't seem good enough, just take a step back. It's not the other person, it's most likely you. So just a few breaths, calm down, be grateful. The more you practice gratitude in your marriage this year, the more powerful it's going to be, the more smooth things are going to be. All right. So there's a strong tendency this year towards escapism, and I really, really want to highlight this. We have Ketu in the Lagna this year when when the year is starting, and this causes people to just drop things and run away when the going gets hard. The worst part is with Ketu, sometimes you don't even know that you're in shutdown. So maybe just watch out, have like this, look out for the red flag of being completely at peace, complete, everything is fine. Every time you feel that, oh, everything is fine, things are probably not, you're just in shutdown, you're not tuning in. The problem with being in this shutdown state is we become very oblivious to the problems that are going on, and things can keep getting worse, and we don't even realize that it's happening. So we can't fix something that we're not ready to acknowledge. So very, very important to stay as grounded as possible. Praying to Ganesha helps a lot in these situations. You can also meditate on the root chakra. All these things will help you stay more grounded, more present, and don't consciously have a focus on not running away when the going gets hard. um, on another level, this can also mean that you will go abroad. But if you are relocating abroad, or even relocating through different cities, you might want to just watch out. Take care of your health, and don't lose your identity in the process. Just take care of that. We tend to lose focus, and then this can happen without realizing. Okay, so the new year also brings opportunities for spiritual progress, and some very powerful breakthroughs, actually. So, those of you who are on the spiritual pathway and have been waiting for a while, this could be the year for you. But even those who have not been on the spiritual pathway, you might just get started this year. There could be a newfound interest or newfound inclination. There are blessings and support from the other side for a strong sadhana. So just start and keep at it. However, uh, caution is advised against getting too intellectual. Okay, be a little careful about being in the mind, because there's a tendency this year to misunderstand the teachings, and this can cause disappointments and even thinking that a practice or a teacher has let you down, stuff like that. That's most likely going to happen simply because you're too much in the head and more into thinking about things rather than practicing them. So keep your focus on the practice. In general, the moksha trikon is very heavy this year with 4 planets, and it brings its strengths and challenges. Primarily, the challenges are being too impulsive and wanting things now. I'm doing this, I want results now, sort of thing, being a little impatient with others as well, being a little bit too optimistic sometimes, things like that. But there is potential for great expansion and optimism, but we may not foresee the obstacles in our excitement. So we might start off with too much excitement and then it'll just all fizzle out. So, those of you who are familiar with grounding, take care to keep your spiritual practice grounded and calm rather than excited and passionate. Okay. Health wise, it is important to keep a focus on staying healthy. I'm seeing this astrologically plus tarot, but I mean, even logically, when we think about it, it's been a couple of years since COVID. We all got very excited and uh, took care of our health. It's been a while now. There's a chance that we start to go back to old toxic patterns. Just don't do that, because it is showing up as happening this year. So keep your focus on staying healthy. You have to keep up the tempo. Do not neglect your health, because there's a strong tendency to do that this year. Discipline is very critical this year, with especially with your health. So make sure you do your uh, go to the gym regularly. If you go do that, do your yoga regularly, do your meditations regularly. If you're doing reiki, do that regularly. It will make a huge difference. Fasting, since Ketu is in the Lagna, fasting will help more than usual in staying healthy. Um, it also helps you become more grounded and in the body. So also, since Ketu is in the Lagna and there are so many planets supporting this, you have to take care to hydrate well. Like, dehydration will probably be the number one issue this year, causing problems. So, and the problem is it can cause headaches and um, headaches and sinus issues. Yes. So sinus issues and headaches, if you have any of these, just straight away watch your water intake. So remember that if you're drinking too much water, it can flush out the salts. So if you're drinking water and running to the bathroom immediately, that means your body is not retaining water in a healthy way. In that case, you need to watch what other things you're eating. You're not getting enough fat in your meals, so have good cold pressed oils and stuff like that. At other times, you're just not drinking enough water. So please, 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 this is so important. Watch how much water you drink. Make it a habit to keep a bottle of water next to you all the time. Um, so, oh yeah, and here's a little personalized information for all of you. So if you don't know what your Rashi is, just go to say astrosage.com and enter your birth details and you will know what your Rashi is. Just look at where your moon is located, okay? So if you have your moon or ascendant in Mesh or Simh Rashi, take care to cleanse your energy regularly and keep your energy protected. Wearing a bindi or tika is surprisingly very powerful and it really keeps your energy safe and protected. Avoid wearing perfumes. If you feel particularly, you know, um, clouded, you can't think, brain fog and stuff like that, if you feel very down in the dumps, chant Vishnu Sahasranama, you will be fine. If your Rashi is Vrishab, Kanya, and Makar, it is especially important to have a very strong daily spiritual practice. It will facilitate a light and happy mind. Basically, it brings directly much more joy into your life if you have a strong practice this year. Mithun, Dhanu, and Meen Rashi need to be careful with your anger issues and being impulsive. Okay, so chant Hanuman Chalisa, donate Masoor dal on Tuesdays if you want. These things will help you stay more calm. Please take care not to be impulsive. There's also a tendency to be too egoistic. So there may be a tendency for you to be too harsh. So just watch how you're expressing things, especially the judgments you make and how you're talking to people. Be a little gentle. There can be a tendency to be impatient with other people also, which is not good for relationships. So take a few moments before you respond. Kark Rashi, if you're aiming for competitive exams this year, it's an absolutely fantastic time, and any legal issues that have been pending will successfully get resolved. But please take care of your health and watch out for dehydration. I know I've already talked about it, but for you, it's like extra caution. Sim Rashi, the more disciplined and hardworking you are, the more mental peace you will directly find. So there may be a tendency to give up, don't. There may be a slight delay in getting the rewards of your actions. Just be patient. Just keep your focus on hard work and giving and serving rather than getting back the rewards this year. Okay. The more you serve, the more you work, the more peaceful you will be. The more you seek rewards, the more upsetting this will get for you. Oh, it's also an excellent time for research related work or any, if you're interested in tantric or the deep sacred studies of religion, then that's a good time for you as well. Tula Rashi, just take a little care of your eating. You might be a little bit too optimistic in your attitude towards food, and that can cause weight gain. Okay, otherwise, it's a good time. It's also an excellent time for silent meditation retreats for you. So, any spiritual practices that involve, isolation. Vrishtik Rashi, tremendously beneficial for you to keep a strong discipline and be a little careful if you're single because you may be blinded when it comes to love. And in this case, chanting Vishnu Sahasranam can help a lot. I mean, even in general, your Vivek Buddhi might get a little affected. So if you need to make big decisions, chant Vishnu Sahasranam that day. For Kumbh Rashi, be a little careful with family dealings and also financial investments. You can be a little impulsive this year, and this can cause problems. Don't trust anybody blindly when it comes to family. Okay, also financial dealings. Um, that covers it all, I think. So, obviously, this is a very general reading, and not everything will apply to everyone, right? But if you like a personal reading, just book an astrology or tarot session at the link below. Um, Happy New Year again, and I hope it brings a lot of joy and wisdom to you and all your family members. Have a lovely year, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.